Okay, so this has been a while in the making. I just haven't got around to it up until now. So I wanted to compare Jackson Goldstone to Loris Vergier from the Val Di Sole World Cup this year in 2023. Some pretty hairy moments from Jackson, but I just wanted to compare the two because I think there's some interesting stuff to compare in there. So let's just get on with it and show you what I'm talking about here. So it makes a start, and after the first corner, or in the first corner, whoa, we have an almost over the bars here. Like, that is crazy. So when you go and watch Jackson's onboard camera, you see he just loses his front end on some loose stones there. He did well to push that back. The amount of force required to keep that upright is pretty amazing. So anyway, that was mistake number one. You could tell he was going for it straight out the gate. The best part about how Jackson dealt with that is that he just seemed to forget about it and carry on. Like, for me, that would like slow me down. I'd be scared now for the next corner, but didn't seem to affect Jackson. So he's off. As he's young, right? He doesn't care. So here we go, a bit more. Nice and tucked. He's tucked down nice and low, making himself as aerodynamic as possible here for this section. Maintaining as much speed as possible. So this isn't the greatest technique here from Jackson. And I've noticed it a few times with him in the past. There's a lot of times he's hanging off the inside of the bike, which you can see just around here. His hips are so far inside that he's kind of... It's possible that his wheels can slide out in this position because the weight's pushing down on the inside of the bike. Which is possibly why you see that back wheel kind of giving up a little bit there. And kind of you can see up in the background there, like there's a little bit of dust kicking up. Potentially he knows what he's doing and he wants that back end to slide a little bit to set him up for the exit. But yeah, some weird technique there from Jackson, and you can see there his foot actually comes off the pedal too, because he's so far inside. His foot twisted, and it kind of came off the pedal. So could have been another accident right there too. So yeah, going a bit crazy, old Jackson here. Manages to clip back in. Now, I wanted to cut down to this section of the track here. That, I think, is the winning line. Okay, so if we just skip back a tiny bit here. Okay, so from this section right here, this is where I think he wins the race, on this line. And we'll compare it with Loris Vergier just to see the difference. So he picks the inside middle, so middle first, then inside, and just scoots so smoothly over there. It's so nice to watch. And then if we watch Loris, he comes more, so we just set him up a belly. There's the start, so he goes inside that rock instead of over it, like Jackson. And then he goes out wide to the far left side there, whereas Jackson kind of cleared over these rocks here. So that little right-hander from Loris slows him right down, has to make that tight right, tight left. So I've put a little side-by-side together here so we can have a look. So I think for Jackson on this race, the line choice was the winning part for him. Lots of mistakes, could have gone much worse, but he was lucky, and this line was absolute gold. So we start the clock as they come past that pad, and you can already see there, so basically half a second, if not almost a full second there, that Goldstone had. So if we back up a little bit, you can see the difference here. So let's just go back. Jackson perfectly catches the back side of that rock with that pink marking on it. So already like Jackson's taking off on that rock as Loris is going around that rock. Jackson perfectly hits the backside. That was so close there. Like, that was perfect. If he had hit that rock with that tire, potential blowout right there. But that was perfectly timed. Caught the backside, which gave him some acceleration to that next bit, while Loris is struggling to control the bike and's got to thread it through that little gap there as Jackson pulls away. So that section was 4 seconds, 53 milliseconds, and then he catches up and kind of trying to time it. I mean, there's inaccuracies here with what I've done, but anyway, you can see that line was pretty awesome, pretty epic. Okay, Jackson's coming into the next section here, launching, clearing those roots, clearly giving him a time advantage there. Just totally sent it off that into those over those roots. Came in hot, all over the place, but manages to keep it together. Good body position, nice wide arms, good stance here. Just letting the bike flow. So nice. Again, I know Jackson's got some work to do on his body position, but he's still winning races. Oh, that compression was so intense. This one right here. I don't know if he hit his head on the stem or not, but that was pretty close. So he was cooking into here. Managed to clear all that. Beautifully done. Was in such a good solid position to control that. Managed to hang on to it. A little bit sideways here. You can see that front tire. It was lucky there. He was still looking at the next feature, so he was able to control it, but then, oh, that headbanger there, that was close call. Strong kid. Comes through, hanging on for dear life. Getting the body position lined up here, turning the knees to that corner. Getting his body weight out to the outside of the bike there. That's what we're looking for. And then into this drop. Super nice. So good. Excellent camera work from the drone. So cool. It's constantly shifting here. Like, you can see how his body, his knees constantly twisting, making space for the bike. You can see him coming through. Knees opening up, just allowing the bike to kind of go where it wants. Super awesome skills. Just loose hips, loose knees. Coming in nice to this corner, super fast. Beautifully off the drop. Not much to report there. Nice. Here's really good body position. You can kind of just about catch it. He's centered a little bit in the back here. Maybe too much in the back. Then he corrects it, and now he's in the middle again. Outside elbows bent up. Nice wide elbows into there. Same here, switches, you see right there the switch of the hips. So you see right here, his hips are kind of on the right from the previous corner, and then he swings his hips over to the left. Boom, there. Looking down the hill to make this corner. Nice. Again here, opening up the leg to let the bike do what it wants off that rock. Beautifully done. So smooth off that rock. That is awesome. That's a big drop when you look at that, hey? That is a big drop. So as we coming in, you see he's nice and low to the bike here. Super crouched down, ready for this drop. Ready for the bike to drop away from him. His arms straighten out a little bit, his legs straighten out. As he hits the ground, arms compress right down. Bars to his chest almost. Soaks it up as best he can. And rides off nice and smooth. Centers himself again, ready for that next little drop. Long legs, nice and tall through that section. Nice compression there as well. So as he's coming into the edge of this this drop here, see how low he gets? So he's squashing himself right down to the edge, like right as far down as possible. And then that just allows the bike to go off without any pressure in the tires, so it stays straight. Extends his legs and arms out, ready to receive the impact. Soaks it back up again. Beautiful. That is the technique. That is the style right there. That's what he needed to be doing on that first corner or that second corner where his foot came off the pedal. The hips out to the outside, elbow bent, in a great position, all the weight on the outside of that bike rather than the hips on the inside. So that is what we're looking for. So good. Holds that line beautifully. Same again, back to the other side. Pedals out here, crazy. Pedaling so hard. Loses the back end just a slight amount there, but manages to control it. Drops his weight into the back a little bit just to manage that again. Manage that traction. Pedals like crazy to the line. Beautiful. It's a win for Jackson. So, as he said in the interview afterwards, he made a lot of mistakes, and he did for sure. But he did something right, and that was that line. That line through the rocks was just bang on. So, sorry it took so long to get this one up, but here it is. I got a few comments on the last video to say that you enjoyed this kind of breakdown, so I thought I'd do another one for you. Well done to Jackson, coming first. And that guy's just going to get better and better. When he fine-tunes his technique and doesn't just let it go, you know, focuses and builds up slowly, this guy is... You're going to see a lot of this guy, that's for sure. Rock on. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in another video soon. Take care.